Okay, this is case study 9, how supply chain management problems killed Target Canada. Start us off with an introduction. Target is one of the most successful general merchandise retailers. They have 1,801 retail store locations. They have much more than that now. Um, they decided to expand into Canada, which excited a bunch of Canadians and caused a great deal of anxiety for their competitors. However, the move failed spectacularly. Target Canada was unable to keep track of its products or make sure that the right amounts of products were being ordered, stored, and shipped. At first, stores didn't have enough products, and then later they became overwhelmed by too many, and this caused them to actually have to go buy storage units to put the overflow in. Target was accustomed to working in the U.S., and their business model didn't translate to Canada. For example, Canadian currency and measurements are different than the U.S. Canada's on the metric system. Target wasn't ready to internationalize their entire system. They anticipated that their supply chain management software would be implemented smoothly, rapidly within 2 years. Usually, those types of systems take about 3 to 5 years total. Um, and that just gets harder the bigger your company is, and Target's huge. It seemed like no matter what Target tried, their efforts seemed to backfire and just make things worse. Current IT events, Black Friday sales are coming up, so that's a big deal for Target. They also have holiday discounts going towards Christmas, and those are various percentages off. Um, let's see here. Start with the first question. How important how important was supply chain management for Target Canada? How did it relate to its business model? Explain your answer. I said it was crucial because they are supposed to be in charge of internationalizing all the products and shipments. Um, Canada has a different currency than the United States. Canadian currency translates to about 72% of an American dollar. And it was the supply chain management that was the centerpiece for Target's move into Canada. So it kind of all depended on them. Identify all the problems Target Canada encountered that prevented it from becoming a successful retailer. What were the management, organization, and technology factors that contributed to these problems? So, management factors was management didn't acknowledge the effort it would require to internationalize the system and the time it was going to take to do that. They opted for a new ready-made software package solution that backfired. They tried to fire up SAP prematurely, and it backfired, causing them major problems with information missing and numerous typos. Overall, they just kind of rushed a lot of things that really should have been planned out, calculated, and executed. Um, the organization side of it was Target's organization and execution of their move into Canada was probably the weakest point. Their lack of a plan going in cost them everything. They didn't realize what it meant to go international and how much time SAP needs to be implemented. Um, and then technology wise, SAP failed miserably and made all kinds of errors regarding shipping orders, confusing links with widths, numerous units and various dimensions of shipping orders. The JDA software supply chain and replenishment system also messed up. The point of sale system also failed. And the auto replenishment system failed so terribly that they had to shut it down in several stores in the process while employees filled the shelves by hand. Um, so let's see, I think the second question or third question. How much of Target Canada's problems were technology based? Explain your answer. I said not much. The technology wasn't really the problem. Target should have known beforehand about what it would take to implement these expensive systems and the time period they would need to wait and various factors that they should have planned for that they just didn't. Then had Target planned every detail out, they would have been fine. They can't blame the technology if they're the ones entering the incorrect data and rushing it at the same time. How responsible is management for Target Canada's problems? Explain your answer. I said management holds more responsibility because they rushed into Canada without considering the different currency or the metric system. They forced the rapid implementation of complex systems that not many had seen before. They tried too many overly ambitious goals with SAP, auto replenishment systems, and other technologies. What things should Target Canada have done differently to be successful? I said Target should have done a simulation of their move into Canada. They should have examined what would work in that different currency and metric system. They should have been installing SAP before they even got there, at least 2 years prior. Um, they should have installed the auto replenishment software earlier so it could analyze historical data from Canada to predict the sales forecasts. And then Target employees would have had to have been trained on all the software before they were hired. And that's just a picture of the early bird getting the worm, saying if they got on everything earlier and planned it out before they moved in, they'd probably be okay. My first question that I asked was, does Target plan to go back into Canada for a second attempt? And according to the San Francisco Chronicle, Target will be taking another shot at Canada, but not until they've repaired all the damage they did the first move in, and they'll prepare differently for the second attempt. My second question was, has Walmart moved into international waters? Just I haven't ever seen it. I've been out of the country a couple times, but I've never seen Walmart. Um, and apparently, Walmart has 27 stores has stores in 27 other countries. And the Walmart has 411 stores alone in Canada. So it looks like Walmart was okay with going into Canada, and Target was not. Likely the result of seeing, Target's failure and analyzing it. In conclusion, Target's brilliant idea to expand into Canada could have shaken up the retail mix and put them in the lead. That being said, it obviously didn't go as planned. Earlier planning and simulations could have presented 90% of Target's failures. Eagerness and excitement are powerful agents in both positive and negative ways, meaning it's one thing to be excited and eager and promoting a product, but it's a whole nother thing to just ignore certain vital aspects of a business and how it's supposed to be run and rush into something and not have a plan. So